and distant state through an impressive commercial network, whether by land, river, or sea, and was collected and packed in bundles that traders carried on their backs. It must be remembered that in pre-Hispanic America, there were no beasts of burden. Cacao led the economy at the time, along with jade, cotton blankets, and salt. Mayas and Aztecs used much of their power in the control of such a precious asset. With cacao, all kinds of raw or processed materials were marketed. For example, a rabbit was worth 10 seeds, a slave 100, a chili or a tomato 1 cacao bean. How the chocolate was prepared. First, the seeds were roasted, then they were crushed, and finally they were ground in a metate by hand, thus obtaining the cacao paste, the base of the chocolate. Between Mayans and Aztecs, chocolate was prepared in a fairly similar way, only some delicacies that were added depended on each region. Among the Aztecs, cacao paste was poured into a container and water was added. There, it was mixed by moving it with a grinder. A little corn dough was also added to thicken it, and honey to sweeten it. The ultimate delicacy was to add certain flowers to flavor it. Sometimes they added vanilla, a species also from Mexico. The chocolate was drank at room temperature, and the most precious thing was the foam, for it contains the most flavor. The last step was to pour the chocolate from the jar where the mixture was made into the final container. This procedure was done standing up, and the chocolate jet was dropped into another container placed below. Thus, the oxygenation that was achieved produced more foam. Chocolate, the drink that conquers Europe. Chocolate was introduced to Europe in the late 16th century by the Spanish. The popular drink at first spread only among royalty and the upper classes. In the 17th century, it was already being served with sugar. In 1606, the Italian merchant Francesco Carletti introduced the drink in Italy. From there, it went to Germany, Austria, France, and Belgium, and in 1657, it arrived in England. Between 17 and 1800, the chocolate houses became meeting places.